All right, let's talk Deadpool and Wolverine. We all came for the jokes and the explosions, right? But that's not what we're really digging into today. In this explainer, we're going to get into why this movie truly connected with people. And spoiler alert, it has everything to do with its surprisingly huge heart. Let's get to it.
And honestly, this quote from Rotten Tomatoes just nails it. Yeah, it's an irreverent romp for sure, but the key words right there are surprising soft spot. That's the magic. That's what we're exploring, the film's unexpected emotional core, and how it's all about honoring what came before while finding a new path for our heroes.
So, first up, the broken heroes. And man, are they broken. When we first meet these guys at the start of the movie, are they out there saving the world? Not even close. The entire first act is really built around one simple truth. These are two guys who have completely and totally lost their purpose. And this right here, this is the real conflict of the movie. This is not your typical superhero team-up. No, this is a story about two failures. You've got Wade, who's having a full-blown midlife crisis because the Avengers basically told him, thanks, but no thanks. He is desperate to be seen as important. And then you have Logan. Oof, this isn't our Logan. He's a variant who let his entire universe, his family, die. He literally calls himself the worst Wolverine. They are at absolute rock bottom. So you have two broken heroes. Where do you put them? Well, you drop them into a completely broken world, of course. The multiverse's purgatory. And this setting isn't just some random cool-looking backdrop. It is a perfect mirror of what they are feeling inside. Okay, so to really get the stakes here, you have to understand this idea of an anchor being. It's actually pretty straightforward. It's one person whose life literally holds their entire reality together, like a linchpin for their whole universe. And for Deadpool's world, the anchor was Logan. Specifically, the one from the movie Logan who, died. So this isn't just Wade feeling sorry for himself. His entire world is literally unraveling.
Which leads them straight to the void. And this place is genius. It's not just another CGI wasteland. It's basically purgatory, a cosmic graveyard for every character and timeline that got erased or forgotten. Think of it as the retirement home for all those heroes from the old 20th Century Fox movies. It's such a brilliant meta-commentary on these half-forgotten stories.
And of course, a land of the lost needs a ruler. Enter Cassandra Nova. For those who don't know, she is Professor X's evil twin sister, and she is terrifyingly powerful. She's the queen of this forgotten kingdom, and her whole thing is making sure that once you're forgotten, you stay forgotten. She is the ultimate threat because she wants to erase their stories permanently. And this is where it all really clicks, legacy and redemption. Because when you're literally stuck in a graveyard of forgotten futures, you're forced to take a hard look at your own story. For both Wade and Logan, it makes them decide what they're actually fighting for. And it's so much more than just saving the day.
So the whole battle really just boils down to these three things. The fight isn't about beating the bad guy. It's about claiming a legacy. It's about finding some kind of closure for all their past failures. And finally, it's about understanding what sacrifice and redemption really mean. It's about them finishing their own stories, the right way this time.
Think about Wade's journey. He starts the film absolutely desperate to be important, to get that Avengers membership card. But what does he learn? He realizes that none of that ever mattered. His real purpose, his true importance, wasn't about a title. It was always about protecting the family he already had waiting for him at home.
And Logan's journey is, wow, maybe even more profound. Here's the guy who is completely convinced his story ended in failure. He's done. But being forced to fight alongside Wade, of all people, helps him see that his past doesn't get to be the final word. He learns that even the worst Wolverine can still choose to be a hero. He can still find hope.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about character arcs and emotional depth, but did any of it actually work? Did audiences really connect with a story about two broken guys trying to find redemption? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. First off, a massive 94% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Look, you just don't get a score that high for jokes and action alone. That number tells you that people connected on a deeper level. They felt this story.
And that connection, it translated directly into this. Over $1.3 billion at the box office. This is all the proof you need that a character-first story, one that invests in real emotional stakes, isn't just great storytelling, it's incredibly successful. It's what people are hungry for.
Which really leaves us with one big final thought. As superhero movies keep exploring the multiverse, maybe the secret isn't just about adding more heroes or crazier cameos. Maybe, just maybe, the real key is what this film did: go deeper into the humanity of the heroes we already have. What do you think?